welcome everybody. We're here with another Plato High School esports stream. Today is our Void City Clash. So we have our League of Legends team that's going to be going in Clash today. Sorry, I just by the way, we do calisthenics to get warmed up, and I'm a little out of breath, so I'm as out of shape or more.
How do I, real fast, mute this on the computer? Because I'm hearing you talk. I just don't know how to mute it. Twitch. Oh, hey, the giant mute button. That would probably help.
I think I'm getting talk again, please. Sorry, we're getting our
Oh,
audio set up.
sorry. We thought we had this all worked out. Oh, hi. Sorry. Our stages, our booth here is collapsing around right in front of us here.
Okay, so I think we are good now. So, okay, cool. Uh, Trying to figure out what I'm doing. It's been a while since we've done this. It's been almost, I think, a month. So yeah,
I think so.
we've got our League of Legends team. We're gonna go and clash in just a little bit. Clash starts at 6:15. Once the match starts, we're actually gonna bring in one of our players, and he is going to assist me in casting at least the first match. We'll see from there.
I'm super excited actually, because I'm going to get to do a little bit of coaching during the match, which doesn't often happen.
But Brandon Mon is actually our one of our backup players for our League of Legends team. Hey, uh,
Hey, oh, awesome!
yep. So he's gonna come. In order to do Clash, you have to be level 30 and you have to have completed your ranked placements. He has not done that, but he wants to be here with the team and help out. So one of the ways he's gonna help out is here on stream with us.
Which I'm super excited about, as I said, because I'm going to get to do some coaching, like that. And one of the things that we want to do is give our students every opportunity to help with not only the playing of the games, but also like this whole all the behind the scenes stuff.
But this is actually our second Clash of the Scholastic season. So we did Clash about a month ago. We finished fifth, which is a pretty typical finish for us.
It's pretty much what we finished every single time we've done
Yeah.
Clash, I think.
So we lost our first match and won the next two.
I would say we actually, every single time we play our very first match, every time we play Clash, our very first match is either going to be win or who comes second. Every single time is our very first, which puts us automatically into the loser bracket. So we're hoping that this time we will be in that one or
Yeah. My thought is if we win our first match, then we're going to win or come in second.
well, that's what I said. We'll be in that number one or two position.
Yeah. Yeah. So again, just as a reminder, if we lose our first match, the highest we can finish is fifth. If we win the first match, the lowest we can finish is fourth. Yeah, let's talk about roster just real fast. So
Yep.
if you watched before, we're going to see the very same returning roster. We're going to have Kel Ann in our top lane, Lego Master in jungle, Eyes in mid lane, Soul at AD carry, bot lane, and Viction on support. So that's a new roster. We kind of debuted that actually our last Clash. If you watched last year, we've switched some players around a little bit, but no switches from last Clash to this one. So
Exactly. I would say so. Yeah, those of you who have watched previous years, it's going to look a little bit different. But as we, bring in new players, bring up players, things are always a little bit. So we've made some adjustments there. They're actually kind of really excited to be playing these positions. So it's going to be really, really fun to see how far they progress. Last time, the last clash that we, it was like their first time with this composition. So hopefully this time this roster is a little more solidified.
yeah, last time we talked a little bit about Lego Master moving to the jungle position. He had two champions really at that time with a lot of playtime. That was the Viego and the Diana. I think we'll see Viego tonight if he's not banned, but a couple more champions added that, so we might see the Shinzao. We might see Kane, which is an exciting champion to watch. I know Soul has picked up Kog'Maw, which is a powerful champ in the meta right now, so we might see Kog'Maw in the bot lane. I think we're going to see, actually, one of the things that we saw last Clash actually was putting eyes on the Malzahar. I think that's something we'll also see a lot of tonight, but a lot more control mages there, so we may see the Orianna or Senjur or something like that. And then last time we saw uh, Kellan start out on the Malphite and move to the set, and I think we're going to see her a lot more on that Bruiser. She's picked up a lot of Bruisers, so if the set is banned, Malphite may not be the dropback. Her Urgot is actually very good as well, so we might see more Bruisers out of that top lane than we saw last year as well. So
Yeah, she's definitely been working on opening up some new new champions for her to be able to play. So yeah, I'm looking.
So if you follow Plato High School Esports, just to let you know, we did have our first club meeting. It was actually this past Tuesday. We've been doing junior high and high school together, and that was way too many people in our club.
It was very exciting though. I actually was a little bit late to the meeting, and I walked in, and it was just people everywhere, which is a problem, but is a good problem to have.
It's better than not having enough people. So we're gonna divide those up. We are gonna still do junior high and high school, but we're gonna do them. Thank you. We're gonna do
Ah,
those on separate nights or separate days. So we're looking
yeah.
forward to just the again continue to grow the program through events like this, but also just all the stuff that we're
Oh, that's funny.
I got exactly what you're saying. But yeah, through our club meetings, and we're going to start practices as well next week. So we've
Yeah, actually, one of the things that we're having to do in order not to live at the school is to uh, we're going to be doing some practices for the high school rosters while we're high and things like that. But I think it's going to work out really well. Really give us a chance to grow that from the junior high student, get them started and involved in titles that we do. So not only the ones that they can, which are Super Smash Brothers and Rocket League, but also getting them introduced to the ones like League of Legends and Overwatch. So then that way, as they um, get into high school, they're ready to jump title.
I like that Laura, by the way, has like the super hardcore like gamer name. So I think that's really good. But yeah, so we're going to be starting our practices. We're I think potentially this year we're going to have a team that competes in both League of Legends and Valorant.
Yes.
We've also got an Overwatch club team that's going to be doing a lot of scrims and practices.
And we're going to be working on some Super Smash Brothers. We're hoping to possibly get into some crew battles with that spring. So
And
uh,
and that
that's going to
may
be fun.
oh sorry, I was going to say that may just be on the middle school level. So that's one of the sports that can compete at the middle school. So we want to give our middle schoolers an opportunity to compete as well. So just some of those things that we're
Yeah.
looking forward to this year.
Yeah, I'm actually super excited. See, normally we're repping our Houston Outlaws, and you still are, but I actually have my Mosef shirt on. So if you're at all interested in that, let me know. I can definitely tell you way more about Mosef. But Mosef is the organization that in a lot of things like that with, not in League of Legends, of course, because Riot's terms of service that. But uh,
In, insert legal
yeah,
mumbo
yeah,
jumbo right there.
exactly. So we don't do that through Mosef, although we do get to a lot of invitations from Mosef School, which is really awesome. But it's the company or it's the organization that we work through to get most of our like that. Super excited to have gotten my shirt in.
Yeah,
Oh,
I just put on the outlaw shirt. I didn't even think I have a Most shirt as well that I could. Next time I'll have to remember to wear that and represent.
there you go.
So we're about 5 minutes away from lock-in. Just another quick rundown of how Clash works. So Clash again is not through Mosef. It is League of Legends teams from all over the country.
It's done through the Riot. service itself, through the program itself. It's not like an outside sphere to a it's actually sponsored by Riot.
And so these may be high school teams, they may be collegiate teams, they may be even just
Adult,
adults
random
who
people,
get together.
yeah.
They may be organized teams. Some of the teams may not be as organized. You never know. We're going to lock in at 6:15, so our team is actually already. They've completed all the registration stuff, so all they have to do is hit the button at 6:15, and then they're going to match us with seven other teams.
Uh-huh.
And then we'll see just a little bit of the bracket. We'll get our first opponent. They'll have. Uh, we looked this up last time. Is it 10 minutes?
I don't remember.
I think it's.
I should know by now. We've done this several times, but I have no idea.
I think
I did my homework this time, but not that much.
Yeah, I think it's 10 minutes to scout each other, and then they'll go into draft, and we will get a chance to look at that. No, we won't. We won't get a chance
No.
to look at the draft. I apologize. But we will look at the results of the draft, and then we are in a 3-minute spectator delay. So just as a reminder on why the spectator delay is, that's for competitive integrity. And so the match will start. We'll be 3 minutes behind them, but we'll view everything from a 3-minute delay. So we're not going to miss any of the game activity or anything like that.
Exactly. So in just a little bit, I'm trying to make sure Jeff's pulling up the league clients. Keep an eye on our students there, as they get going, and make sure that we get the. I would say make sure that we get the spectator invite stuff there. And he's laughing at all of their status.
Yeah.
They have, I think. Is that what you were laughing?
Yeah. Just so you know, eyes. Oh, there we're getting them all stream changed. I'm gonna flip this over so you can actually see this for just a second. So.
I don't know if it'll
that's
do
this
it.
one. There we
There
go.
we
So that way you guys can see them a little bit.
There we go.
But they have.
They are all changing their to hi mom or hi Dave.
Lego Master says spam chat for me, and Victor wants you to know that you should play Tetris. So they left actual messages for stream on there. So they are thinking of you guys, even if they don't get a chance to interact with you all the time while the stream is going on.
They are paying attention. It's quite funny.
While we're waiting for just a second, I want to go over some stats from our last clash just a little bit. So just to kind of let us know how things go on. So I do want to point out, we were looking at stats afterwards. We had several players with very, very high CS per minute. We'll talk about what that means a little bit later on.
Creep score.
Yeah. But Eyes is well known for that. But actually, Kellan, second game, had a 7.1 CS per minute, which is almost like considered amateur level. So that's 8. Very, very, very good. We had very high kill participation and eliminations from Lego Master and that jungle position, especially that second game, really carry. We're going to see, and we saw this last time, but we're going to see it, I think, even more today. A lot of carry potential from Soul. So the games that we won, he really popped off and had very, very high KDA. And then just as a reminder, so we play a weak side, top side. So that means that Kellan is not going to get the support that she gets.
In other words, what that means is the jungler, nobody else is really going to come up and help her. Basically, she's on her own for the most part. And so as she handles things on her own, sometimes another team will playing it so that you're playing 1-2.
And so if you see her numbers dip below everybody else's, again, that's actually by design. That's just more resources in the bot side, and she'll play champions that will still scale well later on into the game. So
exactly.
It does look like they have locked in. They're in the preparing for Clash, so we should have an opponent, and they should go into the scouting phase in just a little bit. Okay. And so uh, I will say as we go back over those stats, vision score real high from Viction. That's one of those things to watch. If his vision score is high, probably means that we're doing very, very well. And then gold diff in the games that we won was extremely high. So watch that economy. If we can get an early lead, or lead by 15 minutes, I think things will go very, very well. Um, and then what we saw last time was the two games that we won. Those early leads just snowballed. The third game, it snowballed extremely heavily. It was a 23-minute game, which is very, very, very short. And so we're going to try to kind of play around some of those same compositions and same ideas that we use in the first clash and just refine those a little bit. We'll probably experiment more maybe in a month or two, especially after we've had some more practices. But tonight, again, it's still kind of just about getting comfortable with this new roster in a competitive setting.
Yeah, I was going to say that just keeping in mind that this is still, while yes, it does matter for the clash competition here that we're doing, this is not part of our action. So these as a kind of a trial run, see how our rosters are doing, and to see what we do, whether we need to update something or switch something in and out. Maybe there's one area that we really focus on, and so that's what we use this for. So even if it doesn't always go our way, these are more for learning experiences than they are, for an official.
So it doesn't look like it's taking a little bit of time just for them to get matched. They sometimes take up to 9 minutes for them to form that bracket. For us, typically, it's actually been much faster.
It's been pretty fast, yeah, in the past. Typically.
But it does look like we don't have an opponent yet, so we are still waiting. Just to let you guys know a little bit about some other esports news about what's going on, not just in at Plato, but esports in general. If you follow any, now we have an opponent and we are scouting now.
There we go. Yeah, we're scouting.
We've got that 5 to 10 minute scouting phase.
Well, as I would say, as Jeff was say, the grand finals are actually going on for Overwatch. So that's that. Once we're done with this, if you're interested to get checked out, I am actually going to jump out and have Brandon Mon hop on in.
Yeah, so when it comes to Overwatch, there's a league called Overwatch League. Just as we're competing on a scholastic level, there are professional levels for all of these. Oh, okay. Yep. Give me 1 second. I am actually going to need to make some adjustments to our client real fast. And we do also have Brandon Mon going to be joining me. Okay, so I just had to make a few changes to the client real fast. I think I have those set up right. We'll find out when we get into the match. So I got Brennan on with me. Again, Brennan is our kind of our multi-utility player for League of Legends. But Brennan, we were actually just talking about Overwatch League, which I think Overwatch is more your bread and butter.
Definitely.
Yeah. And Brandon plays primarily DPS, but what we call flex, which means that Brennan will play wherever we want him to. Last season, he played every single position at one point in time. Um, and so, do you watch Overwatch League at all?
I watch a little bit.
Okay. We are just letting everybody watching know that the finals and grand finals are starting this week. So, likewise, not the finals or grand finals, but League of Legends has a professional league, actually a professional league for each different country. So here in North America, we call it the LCS, the League Championship Series. But they're about to go to World. So if you can think of the World Cup, that's essentially the World Cup for League of Legends. So Brandon, you were just with a team right now. How do you think emotions are?
Right now it seems pretty positive. They have a really like good plan that they have. I feel like they're going to be very well.
Yeah. Well, awesome. I know one of the things that is we talked about earlier on the stream is can be a little intimidating. Is our first matches tend to be a little bit rough, and so hopefully things will go a little bit different tonight. We've put a lot of work and effort into this first game. So just to let you know a little bit about what they're doing right now, they are in a scouting phase, so they can actually see their opponents and their summoner names, so that's the game that they use in name. And then they can use websites to kind of scout and see what champions they play a lot, what champions they're good at, and then those champions get banned. So Brandon, I think jungle, is that your most comfortable role?
Yeah, definitely.
So if you were going into a match and you were playing jungle, who would you want to ban out on the other side?
Usually I ban. That's I was told that's a very
Yeah.
good or like bad matchup for most characters.
And then who are you usually trying to pick?
I'll usually pick either.
Okay, yeah, those are really different styles of champs. You kind of are
Yeah.
a carry player. Nunu more of a tank support guy. I'm gonna adjust your thing real fast. I don't know if somebody's listening. You can let me know. It seems like Brandon's not getting picked up as well. Um, we're gonna try to fix that on our end. Hopefully, hopefully that's a little bit better. So I did. Oh, now I can hear me through yours. Okay, well, we'll see. We'll get it all worked out. So I think we are looking earlier. It looks like they've got about 5 to 10 minutes for this scouting period. So I think we talked about it before. I think it's closer to the 10 minutes than 5. Again, still working on all this.
Am I not picking up or something?
I think you're good now, and I am not hearing myself in yours, so we should be good. All right, cool.
Okay.
If you can minimize that or leave that. So Brandon is also kind of new to. We've got a lot of TVs going and things like that, so it gets very exciting. Okay, they are in Champ Select. So again, this is kind of the part that's the toughest to cast. There's really not a whole lot to talk about at this point, and yet there's not a lot going on. So hopefully, Champ Select will go fairly quickly, and then we can jump into the actual game. So, anything you want to talk about as far as esports in general, Brandon?
I don't know. Maybe the amount of players we have coming this year. We have a lot more coming, and we'll have a lot more opportunities for players and more diversity. I feel like in team comps.
Yeah, definitely agree. I mean, I'm excited about Overwatch because last year we kind of had just enough players.
Yeah.
This year we'll have some backups, and that's always very exciting because then you can have different champ pools and things like that.
Speaking of Overwatch, I've been working a lot more on my tank because I feel like that was my weakest of the 30 roles that I played. Since I am the flex role.
I am working on that echo real fast. Okay. Let me know if that is still there. Did you see the players' messages? They David and Frankie. Oh gosh, Eyes and Kellan wanted to say hi. You can't see it right now, but they had changed their status message to "Hi, Mom." Okay, thank you. So we'll have to see. I know we had set up again, kind of just some ideas. I preferred comp was going to be Kellan on set, Lego Master on Viego, Eyes on Malzahar, Soul on Aphelios, and Viction on Thresh. We'll have to see how close we got to that. It'll be interesting. Last time we didn't get a lot of bans on the rest of the team, but Kellan got a lot of bans. So we'll see if that changes this clash, or if um, we'll all get to play the champions that we want, or if we're gonna have to move around a little bit and be a little bit more adaptive. Now we do have quite a ways till we actually get to our League of Legends Invitational time when we're playing more of the school invitationals. The school season is still kind of just going. But again, Brandon Mond here because he is not high enough level to do ranked yet, which you do have to do in order to be in Clash. Okay. That's Laura, by the way.
Ah,
And so he's going to be on the, they call it the desk, the broadcast booth with me. It is a desk. You can tell we've got our makeshift booth behind us. Want to point out because Brandon made sure that it was there. See if I can do this. There's a delay. I'm bad at pointing. We have our goose. This is our lucky charm and mascot. Did DJ make that?
David made it.
David made it. It is an origami goose, and he brings us good luck. So today he's in the broadcast booth. Hopefully he will bring us good luck, but also the team.
We're as confident as we hope we are. We won't need the luck.
That's true. I will take a little bit of luck and hope that we just get an easier opponent in the first round. I'm tired of super tough opponents.
I think we saw one of them on rest were silvers.
Okay, that's really right on par with our skill level, so that would work out very well. They are still in champ select. This is taking a while. Obviously, looks like people are taking a lot of thought into it. I can hear a little bit the players behind us. I think we've gotten some of our champs, but I think there are also some confusion on what they're playing. Some interesting champions and interesting spots that might be um, not what we expected from them to play. Yeah, I'll take a little bit of luck. I'd like to have an easier first game and kind of ramp up is what I would like to have. Usually the way things go is our first game is always the hardest, and then it winds up usually the second game being the easiest and the third game being a little bit harder. Like I said, I love each game to be progressively more difficult as we go, but we'll just have to see. Again, this is not a formal or you know, official invitational or tournament. So there's not any sort of seeding or brackets that go into this. So your first opponent is always a little bit random. I will point out that it is what it, oh, they are in game, so
Ooh.
we can go into spectate now. Yay! So I'm gonna get us in the pregame lobby. Okay, so ooh, okay. So they have the Viego. So we talked about that and the Thresh early on. So some champions that they actually took away from us and are going to be using. So that is that Viego and the Thresh. I think there was some discussion. I think it's going to be a Lux mid, a Kaisa, um, AD carry, and then it looks like a Gwen top. For Plato on the other side, we have Kellan and top on that set. We talked about that really wanting that. Eyes got the Malzahar, which is also really important for our composition. And then just some pivots is Lego Master on the Shenzhou. Again, that's a champion we talked about that he's picked up in the last month and is a little bit strong. Soul did get the Aphelios, and then Viction on Braum, which is a champion that I don't think we've actually seen on broadcast yet. So we'll talk about him a little bit later on. Anything surprising there, Brandon?
I don't think they were talking about, but I was expecting Lego Master. This is
Shenzhou, yeah.
Shinzao.
Okay. I don't know that I can do a whole lot. All right. So we are still going to work a little bit on the audio, but yeah. So Shin Zhao is an early game champion, so he is a bit of a bruiser and kind of tanky, a little bit like the Viego that we're used to. But Viego takes a long time to ramp up. Shin Zhao, however, is really strong right off the bat. Oh, um, the big difference there is that Viego has those resets, so when you get a kill on the opposing team, you can possess that body and then use it. Xin Zhao does not have the ability, so not quite as strong in the team fights. Vic Shen on the Braum, it's actually a really interesting champion. Um, he has really kind of a big giant shield. He can block a lot of damage, so we'll see that from I think we'll see it from like the Lux and Kaisa blocking those projectiles. And then he has a little bit of crowd control ability. It looks like
I don't think we've had him in too many of our comps, have we?
I know they have played him some online, but not in an actual scrimmage. So
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So we are getting things switched over. I am going to try to fix a little bit of the audio real fast. Elizabeth tells me that I'm very quiet, so I might deafen Brandon in just a second. If I get too loud, uh, let me know. So, okay. Hopefully that helps and you guys can hear me a little bit better. Elizabeth said that I'm real quiet, so I'm just going to crank it all the way up and I it wouldn't be a Plato broadcast if there wasn't some sort of issues. So okay, so I'm trying to do this real fast because they are going into the rift. Yeah, I don't think that I can do that right now. I'm gonna have to wait till later. So if you can't hear me, I do apologize. Hopefully you can see the game. Should be popping up there. Just a second. I
30 seconds until minions spawn.
yeah. We have no game footage either, so well, I apologize, guys. I am not sure why we're not getting game footage, so
Oh,
oh, we got something.
there we go.
Okay, so we are a little bit late. Looks like blue side is going on to their jungle buffs. I'm gonna try to fix one thing real fast. What about now? Is volume better now? If I do that, it's gonna turn Brandon up. Sorry. We're again,
Oh.
we're trying to get things worked out on our end. So, it does look like just. Oh, I'm gonna move everybody to the right spots where they're supposed to be.
Do you know exactly what their plan is? This game just to farm up, wait till they buy first item.
Um, I'm sorry, Brandon. Say that again.
Do you know what the beginning plan is for them? Are they just gonna farm up until they get first item or level 6?
For Plato or for the opposing team?
Plato.
So I think we're definitely looking to play for a later game. The idea is to get Soul strong on that AD carry position, and then he'll be able to carry team fights later on. I think it actually looks like good dive in there on Gwen, although Set really trades back, does a lot of damage. I think it'll be the same thing for them. They have a scaling comp as well, a little bit better early game with the Lux, but for the most part, looks like both kind of scaling comps that champions that will play later on, better later on in the game. Oh, here is the Viego early gank up top.
Oh,
Good face
And it-
breaker, but yeah, I don't think.
yeah, it looks like they got.
Yeah. Really great face breaker there on Kellan to get the shield and the grit up. Unfortunately, just not enough to get back to tower. Almost got.
Oh, looks like they're ganking bot lane.
Yeah.
Oh, they went for poke.
Yeah, I think that was just to kind of get them to back off a little bit. Looks like Lego Master actually trying to invade jungle a little bit. He knows that Viego was up top. Although Viego is pathing down, so could be some danger here. It looks like he is going to get caught out there on that Raptor camp. Xin Zhao should win that early fight, though. Yeah, he's actually trying to get an early eliminate. Oh, I think Viego does get out there. And Malzahar rotating around, but not enough damage. So good punish there. Ooh, a lot of turret shots. He's still chasing after this Viego. Could be dangerous. The Lux is there. He took a lot of tower shots. Oh, they found the Viego.
Oh, looks like.
Again, I think he gets out.
It seems Lego Master was slain by the Lux.
So Malzahar. Oh, I'll be honest. Viego's confusing champion. I thought there was a return kill, but it looks like there was not. We have 2 kills somewhere. Okay, Malzahar did get a kill. I'm actually very confused. It says
Why-
4-2 at the top, but it is not 4
Is it?
eliminations to 2.
Is it the assist?
Yeah, I might have messed something up when I was playing around with that, but it is 2-1. So
Yeah, because it's counting their assist as kills too.
it does look like it. Oh, again, good trades here on the set. Does look like they're going to try to play topside. This win can be a very powerful carry later on in the game. So you see the Viego hovering around up there. Plato on the other side is going to try to play more on that bot side. So I think this game really might come down to
Looks like another gank top.
Oh, Kellan using the suplex to get herself actually to safety, and then the face breaker to shield herself. Really, really good. I did not think she was going to get out of there, but good use of abilities. See, though, they know that she burned a lot. We'll see if Viego sticks around.
Appears that he's pathing down toward.
He's going to return the favor. He knows that Xin Zhao is missing, and so he's going to take Xin Zhao's Raptors now. This is his first drag going over to Plato. Little bit of a gold lead towards blue side. Not much though. We'll see if that changes as both sides scale up. It does look like, oh, Viego really being aggressive here, not only taking that Raptors, but taking red buff as well. Looks like he's going to try to, again, he knows that Kellan has used all of her abilities, so looks like he's coming up here again. Waiting to see if she pushes forward. But not going to attempt to gank. Okay. Kellan does have a big wave built up, so a lot of minion damage if he did come in. CS, you can see that number next to the pictures there. So very, very close for both teams. A little bit of a lead for Plato in mid lane. and jungle, but they have lead pretty much everywhere else. Ooh. Kellan not able to trade back on that one. I will say, I'm talking about champions that Kellan plays. She does play the Gwen, so she's familiar with how this champion works. It's not a matchup that she's not familiar with. So Xin Zhao is here. Looks like they might be trying to bait this Lux in. Oh. But both teams really playing very, very safe so far.
Looks like
What were you gonna say, Brandon?
on
Just one thing to know about this Aphelios, that's the champion that Sol is playing. Aphelios has a bunch of different guns, and he will switch between them. So his abilities actually change. Did not see who got the smite off there. Did look like, again, Lego Master trying to take Viego's Raptors. Viego did contest a little bit. There was a smite fight over there. I'm not sure which one landed that, but yeah, so Aphelios' abilities do change based off of which gun he is using. Looks like they're pathing up here. I'm not sure what they're looking for, but it does
maybe be preparing for like it's coming up soon.
Yeah, Dragon's a little bit off. Ooh, good trade there by Kellan. So Thresh does get the good hook in, drops the box, but Braum using his ultimate to make sure that they get out safely. Kellan,
Big
oh,
Kellan.
just outside of that turret range, though. I think if she'd taken a turret shot, I think Kellan would have been able to win that. But both champions there in the top lane using their ultimates. One thing to note about Gwen is that she does get a lot stronger as the game goes on, both by building up items that will give her lifesteal, and then also just the amount of damage she's able to do with her scissor attacks. Viego is here in the bot lane. He is creeped back in that bush. Looks like they're trying to wait to see if Aphelios will push up. They are. Okay, they did get the hook in. Braum just going to shield and back that off. Don't think Viego's really going to be able to do anything there. They do burn the Aphelios heal, but they're back there to tower. So a lot of... Oh, here comes Xin Zhao, actually.
Is he going to contest?
I think he's aware that Viego has left, and so I think they're going to try to come in and gank now. I definitely think they're going to get out. They might get Thresh. He does do the flay. Viego is here, but I think it's too late. I think Thresh is dead. Man, we are having some weird client issues, for sure. Thresh is dead. In the LEC games, LEC observers are a little bit weird. They do some weird stuff. So Thresh has respawned. He was definitely dead there. Not sure why the visual bug was there. It looked like he was still standing with 0 HP, but he had been eliminated. So not sure why we're getting kills and assists on the tracker, and I'm not sure why the visual bugs, but... Oh. Okay. So again, same thing there. Set has been eliminated. I don't know if this is in the game or if it's just on our end as spectators.
It might just be a visual bug on our end as spectators.
Yeah. Lux sitting there in the bush, just Xin Zhao letting them know that he knows they're there, but I think...
Ooh, and that's a Luxel on him. Might be appears he has died.
I don't think he knew that Viego was there as well, so... Malzahar does have the spell.
Oh, now Malzahar has to get out of here.
They're going to try to dive. Viego is very, very low, but that's going to prevent them from doing anything more, but Plato really can't take advantage of that, and I think blue side's going to get this dragon off of that. Definitely starting to see that gold lead creep up a little bit more towards blue side. Jungle is um, like not. I mean, CS is still very good, but kills and deaths starting to get enough of advantage there towards Viego that he's just going to get stronger and stronger as the game is going on. Shen Zhao can be tanky, but definitely not going to be as dangerous with these ganks the further the game goes on. We'll say though, Soul still farming. I just realized we're not getting any items either.
Oh,
I saw
nice.
I saw that earlier, and I just thought Gwen had not backed and bought any items, but we're not getting any item updates as well. So
You might have messed it up in
yeah,
your video.
I'm not gonna. I really honestly don't want to mess with it this game, but we can't see items. I promise you that they have bought them.
Little do we know, at the beginning they made an agreement, no items.
Make this a really exciting Clash game. Again, Lego Master trying to contest this. I do think they're gonna get the Gwen. Nope, they do not get the Gwen.
That was a hard. Oh,
Gonna get out. Also, Viego got the possession
Oh.
off. So again, just like we talked about earlier, once Viego gets that first elimination, he gets very strong.
And that looks like a triple.
Yeah,
Blue side.
big snowball there towards blue. Those 3 eliminations, big eliminations. Fight was very, very close, but Viego just got the resets that he needed in order to just keep the fight going. If they had gotten that early kill onto Gwen, it might have gone the other way. I think our hope right now is definitely this Aphelios, that he's gonna scale up and get strong as the game goes on. That is that first top tower going towards blue side, so more gold funneling their way. Almost 7,000 gold difference at this point.
Just me, said also not changing his gun. He says he has.
I've not been paying attention. So his gun. I've actually I watched the animations more than anything else. So actually watched. They have changed, but I don't. It's possible that the icon has not. I do. So So Cinderstar, answer your question. Right now, they are definitely winning. So we're starting to fall behind. We did talk about this early game that or before the game that when we fall behind, we absolutely have to make sure that we make some of these adjustments that we've not made in games past. So we'll have to see if Plato can do that. Again, I would say watch Soul. He is not. He has not fallen behind yet, and he is definitely the win condition right now for Plato. This Gwen is a little bit scary at 1-0 and 4. The CS lead is not sizable, but she's gotten a lot of turret gold, so she's going to start getting strong as she's building up those items again that we can't see, but she is building. Big wave there. Looks like Killan's not aware of where Viego is, so really doesn't want to contest that. Viego now showing himself here in the bot lane, dropping this Rift Herald. I'll be honest, I didn't even see him pick that up, but that's all of the tier 1 turrets down for Plato. Looks like Rift Herald might get another charge off. No, it looks like Soul's going to get there in time. But they're going to rotate around. No, still too early for Dragon. Oh, no, yeah, they are rotating around for Dragon. That's up in 15 seconds. Ooh, Zhen Zhao just barely missed by that Fresh Hook. That would have been dangerous. But they do have this set up here on Drag, and there's not a whole lot that Plato can really do to contest this unless they want to walk in. Oop, they do get the Thresh Hook there. Kaisa going in. Oh no, that was Thresh going in. He does drop the box. A lot of damage going the other way, but not any eliminations. Also, a lot of damage going the other way. But while that was going on, reason why that fight was going, Plato's
Viego Dragon.
yeah, that was a 4-on-3. Viego just sat on Dragon and did that, so able to win that or contest that fight enough at 4-on-3 that they were able to pick up the drag.
And I believe that puts red side at 2 dragons, right?
Yes. Yeah, they have Mountain Dragon and Ocean Dragon, and we have Cloud Dragon. So does look. I think next dragon will be Cloud as well. No. Oh yeah, it is. So it is. That may not be true.
Where do you see?
So you can look on the wall right there. And that shows you the dragon that's spawning. It'll go back to direct. There we go. Now back to direct to cam. But yeah, the wall of the dragon pit will show. Oh, Thresh misses that hook, trying to get that on it wrong. Both teams contesting over vision. There is a control ward, so I was gonna say they may not know Shinzao was there, but they do now. Braum blocked some of that damage, but really not quite enough.
Massive damage from the Luxol.
Aphelios does go down, Shinzao goes down. Honestly, with Aphelios going down with Kaisa.
Oh, looks like they're gonna chase Malza.
Yeah. Yeah, this it is 11-2 at this point. Game definitely is starting to get quite a bit out of hand. Plato now kind of losing in every different lane. They are marching. They've got this tier 2 turret. So again, visual bugs aside, those are eliminations. I think they're going to take this tier 3 or no, inhibitor turret. Doesn't look like Plato is trying to contest this. They do manage to jump onto the Viego. I don't know that they can. Yeah, this Lux has so much CC. Oh, but they do knock. They knock the Viego back. Good use of that Shinzao ultimate. He cannot get the safety, even though Lux was there to bail him out if he had gotten out.
So they're going to clear mid, try to push him back.
Kellan also taking this top turret. While that's going on, though, Gwyn is taking jungle camps. So we'll see if they try to contest this. Does look like they don't have vision. They know something is up, but I'm not sure if they're aware of what. Gwyn and Shinzao really close together. Looks like they're trying. I think they were trying to wait for Shinzao to walk into, but he's just gonna clear that jungle. Vision that blue side has, and Kellan takes that top tower, and it looks like she's gonna back now. I will say, without being able to see items, it is a little bit hard to see where this Aphelios is at. He is right there in CS with the Kaisa, but I do think, again, the Kaisa has gotten turret plates and damage and things like that. So we will just have to see. Oh, I think blue is trying. No, they're not trying to. Yeah, they are definitely trying to fight. Shinzao going in, drops the ultimate, doesn't really connect on the not able to knock them back. Blue is now just going to drop out and clear those waves. They do not want to fight at this point. Ocean Drake is spawning in 1 minute. Looks like they're going to try to drop this tower. Shinzao is here, but he is the only one. So tower goes down. He is able to get eliminated.
I believe if they win this fight, they're able to take inhibitor.
Yeah, blue just dropping back. They've got the turret now. That inhibitor is exposed. They're going to split push. Gwen also very, very good split pusher as well. She's not very tanky, but she does have that life steal, and she can clear very fast. Oh,
Looks like they're going for
yeah,
Baron.
don't know that Plato is aware. Thresh and Kai Sa trying to solo this Baron. It is a bit early. Not sure if Thresh is tanky enough yet. Gwen is on the way. I think if Gwen comes over and helps, then it will be enough. Yeah, Plato just dealing with these minions. They've not had time to get out there and get vision, and so
They did take Baron.
yeah, they were unaware that again, when you lose all of your outer towers and your pushback so far, you can't get that jungle vision you need. So that's Baron and third Drake. So okay, that was an Ocean Drake. So next one should be Ocean Soul. I thought it would be Ocean Drake. So Ocean Soul very very powerful. So if the game is still going in 5 minutes, see if Plato is able to contest that. If not, I think the game is entirely out of hand. Talking about gold advantages, we talked about how sizable those gold advantages were for Plato. Last clash, we are now 20k gold behind, and that, to be quite honest, is kind of just insurmountable. If we fight, they're just going to beat us to death with their wallet. So Plato has to look for just very favorable matchups right now. Okay, we can see vision. We talked about that vision score a little bit earlier. Viction does have that high vision score, sitting at 35 right now compared to the 28 for Thresh. I think the biggest difference is the vision score between Xin Zhao and Viego. Viego.
Where would they see that? They were looking at.
If you look to the right and left of the item, so like the very outside part of the scoreboard, there's like that yellow ball. And then like a number below that. So for Plato, it's 18, 19, 14, 14, and 35. Do you see what I'm talking about?
Yes.
While we're talking about that though, we did get the elimination on the Thresh. Lux does pop the Zanya. She is in Xin Zhao ultimate. Braum very very low. Xin Zhao really really wants this, but he does die.
He dies for.
Kellan really trying to contest this. Viego.
Gwen is coming up from.
Yeah, that Thresh elimination went down, but Plato not able. Again, talk about that the gold advantage. Even though it really in better positions for those fights, just the gold is so much. They're not able to get the elimination on Deluxe. Then they turn that around on the Xin Zhao, and that's kind of the rest of the fight there. Malzahar is healing up. Looks like he's going to try to contest this. I don't know that he can. Braum is alive as well.
Looks like they're just going to destroy Nexus here, if they can. Yep.
And that is game right there. So, okay. So, we will, again, kind of hard to see what the stats post game were just because of the visual bugs. Again, we have been here before, so this is not a new thing for us. Oh, we can see items now. Oh, cool.
Or then show up.
Oh, they don't. Yeah. So you can. We did build items, so did they as well. That gold advantage was just insurmountable. So we have been here before. We've lost our first match. We do have our next opponent, so they are scouting already for that. So we're gonna go into that as soon as they are done. All we got to do is win the next two games, and we can still finish fifth, which would be a good finish for us. So I'm gonna turn you over to Elizabeth. No, I'm not. Okay. So we're actually gonna go to a break. Elizabeth is going to work on volume. So.
just a second. Hello, hello. I'm just testing out the audio. So, Brandon, can you say hello real fast so I can test this?
Hello.
Alrighty, that's it. Good. Thank you. Testing. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's so quiet. I just don't know why. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3.
So again, bear with us while we're working on some of the audio stuff.
We are testing. We're testing.
Yeah. Okay, so we are still testing. I am loud. Oh, oh, okay. So yeah, we are testing this. We did figure out how to turn my volume up a little bit, so hopefully we can get to a point where I still need to go louder. Okay. So how about now? We will. By the way, there's a little bit of a delay, so it does take us a little bit to find that out.
It's not amazing, but it's better.
I can go louder still if we want.
Uh, go just a little.
Okay.
Here.
Oh, Leanne says, yeah, much better.
I didn't know if you wanted to try it. See what you think.
I'm still quite a bit quieter than you, I think.
Yeah, but it is. At least you can hear you now.
Yes, that is true. Okay, I think that's good. Okay. Okay, so we have audio issues fixed. We have Brandon back with us, and we're gonna spend a little bit of time breaking down game one. So, Brandon, what did you think about game one?
It seemed very even for the long until after drag, it just seemed like it really went uh, to the way of or blue sided.
Yeah, yeah. We just spent a little bit of time breaking it down with the players that were in the match, and we had that scaling comp. Okay, we're done scouting and we're already in champ select, so we're not going to spend a ton of time breaking this down. We do have a little bit of time, but yeah, I think early game was good. That we were starting to fall a little bit behind, but that reset power of the Viego made some of those mid game team fights just brutal. And I look back. We'll watch the tape later on, but it seemed like so many of those fights were so close to just going Plato's way, and then Viego would get the reset, and they would snowball that fight. So I think that's the closest game one we've had in quite a while. So I think that's better. Didn't get the win like we wanted, um, but we're in a spot where we've been before, which is we need to win the next two games. So do you think we're going to see any adjustments for game two?
Oh, definitely. I've heard them talking about strategy, a lot of the things they want to change, fix of the place.
Yeah, we'll have to see how those play out. We're talking a little bit about draft because I did have some questions about that. We saw the Viego for the other team. That's a priority pick for us. It was just blue side gets first pick. We didn't ban Viego because we wanted him, and blue side picked them first. So not sure that we can really do a whole lot about that. That sometimes we can scout a little bit better, but Brandon, are you familiar with like sleeper accounts or Smurf accounts or things like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like a Smurf account would be an account that you don't play on a lot. It's a lower tier account, so you can kind of hide some information there. I think that's kind of what happened because there's a lot of information that didn't show up in their comp, and that's pretty typical for a clash. We're aware of that going in. It won't happen when we get into our Mosef matches. Our invitationals will have really like those are policed a lot better, but it's just something that happens in Clash, and everybody is aware about it. So I'm pleased with how we played. I would have liked to have gotten the win, but I think there was a lot of improvement from last Clash first game to this Clash first game. Uh, one of the things I told him is, kind of just like shake it off, pretend that game didn't exist. So, playing League of Legends last year, playing Overwatch, how do you put a loss out of your head?
I just think about what can next game I play and how I can change and how I play and act. And one big thing you need to keep in mind is try not to get tilted. That's just going to really affect your style.
Do you got any like secrets to not getting tilted?
Just I just played enough Cold War multiplayer just to desensitize.
So play in awful situations and then you just get used to it. Yeah, I'm not there yet. There's a thing I just learned about it recently called losers queue, which is when you get tilted and you think I've lost a whole lot of games, and so my next game I'm going to win, and you're tilted, so you're always going to lose all your games. And so you're just getting this mindset. That's where I'm at with my games. I get tilted very easily, and then I lose a lot.
Oh, I want not some.
That is one tip to getting tilted is if you don't lose, if you play well all the time, it's a lot harder to get tilted. So
You can get tilted if you do really bad, but still win.
that's true. That's true.
I've had that. Yeah, I was gonna see if you could fix some of the visual bugs we had last time.
Yeah, we were talking about that is actually it's some of the players had experienced it. That was not on our end. It's a visual bug in the client. Sometimes it happens when you're spectating. So there's jokes in the industry about the League client. It's not very good. So um, it happens. I don't think it'll happen again tonight, but
There's always the possibility.
yes, yeah. So again, just as an update, they are finished with the scouting phase. I know we talked earlier about like 5 to 10 minutes. This one sure felt a lot closer to the 5 minutes than 10 minutes this time. But they are in champ select. They've been in champ select for a while, so um, should be getting close to the game. Again, just as a reminder, so we will be playing a team that has lost in the first round as well. So team with the same record in this clash as us, 0-1. If we win, we will play again a team with the same record, 1-1. Or if we lose, we would play a team that's 0-2. So you're always going to play a team outside of the first round, which everybody is 0 wins, 0 losses. You're always going to play a team with the same record as you. So the client is trying to get as fair of a matchup as possible. So I do just overhearing things in the background. It sounds like the other team does have a Nautilus hook champion, very similar to the Thresh that we saw last time. I think they're close to being done with champ select, so I don't want to talk too much longer.
I believe I saw one of them with a new player.
Oh, Nunu. Okay, was that in scouting or locked in?
Scouting.
Okay. So Nunu is a jungler. I know, Brandon, you mentioned that you talked about. You want to talk a little bit about what Nunu is, what he does?
So Nunu is a kid on a Yeti.
Yep.
Yeah, and they're kind of a support character. And they roll a big snowball that CC knocks them up in the air, and they throw snowballs. And the Yeti does a big chomp.
Yep.
That heals him.
Yeah, he's in my opinion, one of the cutest champions in League of Legends because it is a little kid riding around.
It is very sad when he dies.
It is. Sometimes they're in game, so sometimes the kid will cry for the Yeti, but then he respawns and it's all happy. We're gonna pretend that he never ever dies. So 1 second, and I'll get us to where we can see draft. Okay. So posing team, I'm gonna try to go this in position order to the best of my. Oh, I'm not happy. So okay, it looks like it will be a Mordekaiser top Hobgoblin, another Viego.
I was just about to say they took his Viego.
Yeah, that's a Viego again. So Viego jungle, um, Silas mid. Now I will say that Mordekaiser and Silas could be swapped, but then the Jin AD carry and Nautilus support. For Plato, we've got quite a bit different. Looks like they did a much better job scouting us. So drastically different composition for us. We have Kellan on the heavy tank on the Malphite, Lego Master on Kane, and I'll talk about Kane in just a little bit. Eyes on Kassadin, Soul on Kaisa. We saw Kaisa for the blue team last time, and Viction on Leona. Are there any champs there that you want to talk about?
The only thing that I really read is Kellan on Malphite. She plays quite often. I would say that's probably her most common.
Yeah. I mean, she played Kellan. Kellan played Malphite almost exclusively last year. So definitely a champion that she's very comfortable on. So I am going to point out. I want to tell a funny story about Eyes. So we were in an invitational last year. It may have been actually a clash last year, and I've never seen Eyes play Kassadin, and he's like, "I'm going to lock in Kassadin." I'm like, this is not what we talked about in the draft. This was not the plan. And he locked in Kassadin and then popped off super crazy. So that's a funny story from last year. I do want to talk a little bit about Lego Master on this champion Kane. Kane's a really interesting jungler. He can build either as an assassin or bruiser at level 6. I'm going to be honest, I'm not entirely sure how Kane works, but at level 6, he can start to change his form. He collects certain things by attacking champions on the opposing team, and then based on those, he'll either go blue Kane or red Kane. I cannot tell the difference between them, so it doesn't matter because I don't know the difference between what they do. But one of them is an assassin, and one of them is more a bruiser. And I think if I remember,
I'm gonna assume red is assassin.
I think so, but I'm not positive.
And I believe when I was watching Lego Master play earlier, he was playing.
Okay. Yeah, I do think that they play more of the bruiser, so um, they are going to game, so hopefully we'll get that switched over in just a little bit.
It pops up on the stream.
Okay, so I'm gonna bet that we're playing a team from Central America or South America. There's Nunca se rompió de nuevo. So we do have a Spanish teacher. It is never something the new. So unfortunately, I don't know that middle word there. So okay, we are red side again, and they are blue side. So let me get everything pulled up so that we can see timers and they're buying items and they're popping up. So we'll see.
Items are showing. Well, they did last time.
Yeah, the starting items showed last time. We'll see if that continues to change as they buy more things throughout the game. Hopefully it will. We'll find out pretty quickly, I think, if things are messed up. First time someone is eliminated. Does look like Plato either positioning for Vision or an invade.
I would say that's just. Looks like they're also
Yeah,
the same thing.
I think they're just guarding their entrances to the jungle. But I think they're aware. Oh, Kellan did get some deep vision there on the blue side's blue buff. So
That'll be very to see what route their jungler goes.
Yep. Yeah, if Viego pops up on that blue buff, then we know that he's starting blue. If he doesn't, then we can guess that he is starting red.
It appears that he's starting.
It
Looking at the map.
Does look like he's starting red. It does look like he's also going leashless. So we'll see everybody kind of show up early on.
I don't know what. Oh wait.
I do hear them yelling in the background, so it may be a little bit harder to cast this game.
They might have gotten a pick off or something.
Yep. Oh, I need to move these guys around. So it is the Silas mid and the Mordekaiser top, kind of like I suspected. Both of these junglers are kind of scaling junglers, so I think they're just going to kind of want to wait back. I don't think we're going to see as many invades as we did last time. I am going to say, of all the junglers, this is probably the one that Lego Master is least comfortable on. At least all the ones that he's playing right now. This is probably the one he has the least amount of playtime on.
I believe Viego has most time.
Viego is definitely his go-to, but again, I'm going to assume that they picked that first. At least I hope they picked that first. If not, we
Might have made a little oopsie.
yeah. If we didn't pick it first, then we didn't learn from last game. We'll have to do it afterwards. We are at least seeing the mana biscuits show up, so that's a good sign that items are working correctly.
Oh.
I will say, as you look at like jungle camps, by the way, it looks like there's kind of a sizable lead. Jungle camps sometimes spawn in different groups, so that number is going to jump pretty rapidly at times. So that 22 to 16 thing isn't a huge thing, but Kai'Sa is starting to get an early CS advantage right away, especially if she can pick up this wave. It'll be very good. Silas walking into Kassadin there, taking some damage. He is not going to get that. Looks like they're just going to kind of roam around and either looks for some vision or maybe roam somewhere else. Kassadin there protecting Kayn while he gets that early scuttle. Oh, looks like we're actually going to get a little bit of a fight over this scuttle. Okay, Nautilus does land the hook onto Kai'Sa. A lot of damage going on there. He does flash out, but Kassadin and Kayn are here. Kai'Sa coming back in. Ooh, big. Silas is here as well. Okay, Soul does go down.
But they did get extra kill on top of.
If they can get this kill on the Jhin, it'll be good.
It appears they're gonna.
Yeah, I think they got it. Yep. He should be able to land it. There we go. Perfect. So that's a 3-for-1 for Plato. It does say up at the top 3-for-1. That's a good sign as well that things are working right.
And their bodies were dead.
Yeah. So hate to see Soul go down there, but he does get 2 assists off that, so it wasn't for nothing. Silas does get the elimination for blue side. And Scuttle also went way of Plato as well. Man, that fight really set up by that. I don't know what the ability is, but when Leona throws her spear out, dashes to him and stuns him, really landed that long distance, big knock up there. Really kind of set up that whole fight. We also see items. Great.
So it might have just been the client.
Yeah.
Last game.
Soul in a really bad position here. I'm not sure how that got set up.
Yeah, there he goes down. I don't know how that happened.
Yeah, I didn't see the setup to that, but he was very far forward. So I'm gonna guess that was a vision thing. Maybe he was up there on the turret and they walked all the way around, long way around.
That's what I was thinking.
Trying to get some vision here. That also looks like they're set up on Dragon. I think Plato's just going to give this Dragon. Jin's got those. Oh, Kayn going in. Leona right behind him. Do get the elimination onto Nautilus. Unfortunately, that's.
Oh, but they're going to get the drag.
Yeah.
So it looks like they can still win the fight.
Kayn going in again. Or that was sorry, I apologize. That was actually eyes on Kassadin. They're gonna get the elimination onto Silas.
And it looks like they're gonna go down towards Jhin.
Yeah, I don't think they can actually get anything off of that. Although Kell-Anne is here as well. She is level 6, so she does have her ultimate. But yeah, they're there under tower. Mordekaiser teleported in, so Plato is just gonna back off as well. But we do lose Dragon, but pick up another 3 kills there. So good job. We do get the kill onto Kaisa. Killan also picking up a kill, so picking up that advantage there for the top lane as well.
I don't know if it's just me, but it feels like bot lane is pretty even right now compared to other two lanes where it seems more one-sided
Yeah,
at the moment.
yeah. Eyes definitely picking up an advantage in the mid lane. Kane only has 1 elimination, but has those 3 assists and a sizable CS lead. So also again. Seeing that vision score, which is so instrumental last game, that vision score either even in lane or pretty heavy advantage toward Plato's side. Viction here looks like he's looking for that dive in. Uh, Eyes, however, is kind of at the point now where it looks like he's just kind of just bullying Kassadin. Does take the turret shot, but that's shielded for the most part, and just gets that poke damage in. Lego, or not, used to last year, Lego Master on support. Viction roaming now there to match there with Kane. Looks like they're just going to try and get that scuttle.
A lot of poke damage off.
Yeah. Oh, Viego is here, but I mean, Kel-Ann is super tanky.
She's trying to get out
yeah.
easily.
She does burn flash, but I just think at this point they have enough of a lead that Mordekaiser really can't do anything. It does look like they're going to try to use this to get Rift Herald. Malphite is in the area. Looks like Kane is pathing that way. Think it might be too late. Looks like Kane is actually just doing his jungle camps. So
I believe his name is Silas is also going.
yes, yeah, yeah. They do get him with a vision plant, but a little too late. They've already got that Rift Herald. So I think, yeah, like you said earlier, I think this fight to watch is definitely going to be around this bot lane. Ooh, they do manage to get the CC onto the Jhin. Think they get the
elimination, but
might go.
Soul is gonna back out.
Yeah, Nautilus does some damage, but not enough to get Soul, and Soul manages to walk out. Viction then wins that 1v1 if Nautilus sticks around, and so he just walks back to his turret. Very, very well played by Plato. Big difference there again. Viction landed the CC, and Nautilus did not.
It appears he's just gonna clear wave in the back.
Yep. Looks like Nautilus is going to try to interrupt them. I think they just kill him. Okay, so
Jhin pops ult. So he's tanked.
yeah, I think Viction just dies here. Oh, he actually
he
burns the flash,
out.
drops the. I think it's Solar Flare is the Leona ultimate. Drop that onto Viego, and get out. Lot burnt. Not only do they lose the Nautilus to slow down the engage, but they burn the Jhin ult, get nothing off it. They are at least going to drop Rift Herald here. I think Kane is going to be here. Yep. So they are going to get the turret plates, but not going to be able to pressure it anymore because Kane can clear this wave. I think they thought with everybody backing they were going to be okay. Kane, Jhin's sticking around a little too dangerously. Yeah, Viego's right there, but so that is definitely some gold in blue side's pocket.
It seems bot lane is on blue side plays very aggressive,
Yes.
which is as we just saw there.
Yeah, that wraparound that they tried to when that 2v2 that just happened a little while ago. That very aggressive wraparound. Didn't go their way, but it very easily could have. Looks like Plato is set up here on this drag. Viego is around, so is. Yeah, it looks like this is definitely going to be fought over. We might have a 4v4.
That just
Okay, there is vision there. Both teams want this. A lot of vision now.
Looks like they just bind
Okay.
the group up.
So Mordekaiser is here. Kellan is not going to match that. So I think Plato just baiting this in. Kellan able to clear the top and push it in. It is the second drag, but they're going to be able to get a lot off of it top side. And Blue had to invest a lot of resources. I would have liked to have seen maybe some more farming going on while that happened. Mordekaiser burns his teleport there, so not as much top side as I think Plato would have liked to have gotten there. Oh,
Oh, thought he was gonna that
Yeah.
back.
that was a very brave back actually. Now we'll talk about that. So they do reset off of this. Soul's able to push us in. I think he's gonna get. I think he could have gotten 3 plates, but he's gonna play it safe and gets 2. He's not aware of where everybody is, and so does the right thing there.
It appears
Yeah.
from what I'm hearing that Kellan just did
Oh,
something.
big solar flare. Viction going in, followed up by the Caston, and there's another elimination there on that Silas.
It looks like they take mid.
I don't think they have the ability to take mid tower off of this. Mordekaiser pointing out that Kane definitely has a bounty. So does Kaisa and Kassadin.
Looks like Viego's pushing mid back.
Yeah, just gonna clear those waves. He knows Silas can't get there in time. So they've definitely got blue side in a bad position here. Viego does come in. If he can get a kill, he can't. I think Nautilus just gets out.
Yeah, I believe so. I don't think they're gonna be able to catch up to. Oh, they root the stun.
He does burn the flash, but Lego Master able to finish him off. Silas, Keston just gonna duel Silas. Actually lose that. So he's gonna try to get out. Oh, great dodge of the chains, but
so
does get the.
Again,
Not only is that, by the way, an elimination, but big shutdown gold going over to Silas. However, bot lane's starting to get very out of hand here. I think this will be bot tower going all the way down. Jin trying to contest this, and I think
should have probably back. Okay,
yeah, he did manage to land the root onto Viction. Does allow him to get out safely, but was a little risky there for sure. But yeah, that's first gold for Soul, so our first turret gold for Soul, so definitely a lot of gold there. Kaisa.
I didn't notice big gold.
Yeah. Everybody right now on Plato has their mythic, so Frostfire Gauntlet for Kellan, Gora Drinker for Kane, Everfrost for Kassadin, Kraken Slayer for Kaisa, and Turbo Chem Tank for Leona. Meanwhile, definitely components, Noon Quiver on Viego, and Jin, Leeching Leer from Mordekaiser. I can't remember what that's called for Silas, but nothing really big item-wise on that side. So Plato has an advantage here if they take advantage of just off of the items right now. It looks like they're catching Nautilus out in the jungle. He does have Viego and Jin there, but Eyes going in, Viction coming in right behind. Jin dead. Viego just hoping to get a kill and get those resets. Mordekaiser, by the way,
They're trying to go up.
Yeah.
Beast gonna have to get out.
They're in the Death Realm. That's why they looked a little bit weird, but as soon as he comes out, Mordekaiser goes down. That was honestly very poorly played by Blue Team there. That was not a fight that they wanted.
It looks like they're gonna dive the Silas. Oh no, they're back.
Yeah, I think Kane just going to clear some of these jungle camps. So just like we saw last game, Blue Team got that map pressure. They took away those jungle camps. They got that deep jungle vision. Plato just doing the same thing right here. using the map presence that they have to pick up extra gold, and then also vision, so they know where everybody on that other team is. Again, talk about that vision. Um, Jungle vision, the big difference here is 17 to 13. Mid and 80 carry as well. Oh my gosh.
Ooh,
Uh,
and there's the kill on the Jin by
yeah,
so.
this is talk about that vision. Oh, good ultimate by Soul to pick up another elimination. 6, 2, and 5. He is very dangerous. Oh,
Did they FF?
they left. Okay, so
Well, I guess that's the victory for Plato.
yes. All right. So I mean, again, that game was getting out of hand. Uh, Brandon, I mean, you talked about it before the game. Don't get tilted, right?
Yeah.
If you do get tilted, make sure that you can keep that under control. That obviously did not happen for the opposing team, and so they left. That is a victory. To be honest, that's not how we want to win games. We like to win them by going all the way and everything like that. But it is a victory. So we are 1-1. Again, this is very very familiar place for us. We're used to kind of running the lower bracket. So one more game to see if we can do that. I'm gonna step away for just a second. I'm going to assume that with how fast that game is, it may be a little bit before our next game. So we'll probably come back at some point and break everything down. But I just want to check in on the players and see how they are doing. Okay, we are back. We actually do already have an opponent, so actually faster than I thought it would be. Our opponent for the third game is Cool Whip. Again, the students make the names. I don't even know what our name is. I think it's PHSX. So PHSX standing for Plato High School. Um, oh, I just took medicine, by the way. If anybody, in case anybody was wondering, uh, just taking medicine for my allergies. It's been a long day with a lot of allergies. So, um, I don't know. What did we talk about that last game?
Uh, it kind of went very one-sided since the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, they got the two drags, but that didn't matter. Just lost every fight.
Yeah. Obviously those drags are important, but if you are getting so many eliminations off of them, or you're getting eliminated so many times off of them, then it doesn't really work out. And yeah, it was very one sided. It's hard to kind of find. We'll go back and watch the videotape. Hard to find some good points from blue side. It was very early on eliminations going our way. And then it does happen. Sometimes they get tilted, get frustrated. They had a player left, and so the game was over. They did not want to fight 4v5, which wouldn't have worked out very well. So they just surrendered that match. But yeah, I mean, I guess the one thing we could say is a dominant performance by Plato.
It was just a skill diff.
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit on stream. Some of those Leona E's that Viction landed, huge game from support. That got Soul fed, which we've talked about. If Soul is strong, our team fight is going to be strong. But you looked across the board. You know, Killan was winning top lane. Lego Master was all over the place in the jungle. Eyes was getting eliminations. So I mean, it was really across the board. Everybody playing very very well. That they did say we'll have to see if this works out. Just try to have fun. They tried very very hard to win the first game. Much more relaxed the second game, and it showed in performance and skill. I do think opponent had a little bit to do with it. I think that was not as tough opponent as our first time. We'll have to see. We're Cool Whip is 1-1. We're 1-1. So both teams have lost their first game. Both teams coming off a win. We will see. Oh, Brandon is excited. We found him an iPhone cord. Now he has to figure out where to plug it in. At the far right. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I should pull this up and see. Okay, so they are in Champ Select. They have finished the scouting phase already. Not sure how long they've been in Champ Select.
Why is there?
Do what? Oh, that's probably your phone. So we did talk a little bit about draft as well. Saw a lot of different champions. Saw Soul on the Kai. Saw Viction on Leona, which we've seen before, but not a ton. Eyes on Kassadin, Lego Master on Kane, and Kellan on Malphite, which is a completely different setup from our first match. And some of that was based off of getting some counter picks and then just changing up the entire team comp. So we didn't really get a chance to see it, but they were playing more of a dive composition. And the idea there going in with that Malphite ult and then everybody else following it up. Again, we didn't really get to that team fight stage, so didn't really get a chance to see how well that would have played out, but looked like it would have been pretty good based off of how just some of those early skirmishes went. Okay.
Yeah.
Brandon's trying to make sure that his phone does not die, which is very very important. He needs to be able to get home safely. So, which we will make sure he gets home safely one way or another.
I'll sleep on this street.
No, we won't let you do that. So, I don't know. I'm running out of things to talk about. What do you think? You don't know? Okay.
I don't know what their plan is going to be.
Yeah, we didn't get much of a chance. The scouting phase was pretty fast, so we didn't get a chance to really take a look at what the other team was going to do. Was a Viego first pick? I do know that Lego Master is a little frustrated. He would like to play the Viego, but Viego keeps getting first picked away.
I feel like that's one thing.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of it comes down to whether we're blue side or red side. It will be interesting to see if we are red side, will there be a Viego ban? Like, do we just not want to face Viego? We did see in that last game, Viego was hunting for those kills, for those resets. There were a couple of times he was close, especially early on, but just wasn't able to get those. Just like us that first game, you know, so many fights were close. The Viego got the reset, and then it turned. This was kind of the opposite thing. You know, these fights were close. Viego didn't get the reset, and we won those fights. So definitely kind of one of those champions where you're really dependent on getting that first elimination and then snowballing that fight. So you know, will Plato be afraid of that if they don't have first pick, or do they kind of figure things out? Like, okay, here's what we're going to do to win these fights. it is really interesting. I don't know, Brandon, how much you can hear it, but you can kind of hear the players talking behind us, and they're describing how they're going to approach certain fights based off of champions that are locked in so far and things like that. You can kind of try to guess what's going on, but we definitely don't have enough information. But even in the middle of this drafting phase, where it's kind of just us, to us it just looks like they're banning and picking different things. There's a lot of talk and a lot of discussion going on as far as strategy and how teams are going to approach fights. I I do think that I'm hearing behind me. It sounds like there was a Mordekaiser pick locked in again. We saw that last match. Sounds like maybe a misfortune and an auction, which auction is I think the not the newest champ, close to the newest champion game. There's now Vex. So think that we'll probably be ready to go to the games soon, but not entirely positive. So sounds like they're on the kind of like the last couple of picks now.
Are we able to spectate that part, or are we not?
No, unfortunately we can't spectate until they actually start to go into the match. So
Oh,
we'll go back and we'll get to see what like what champions have been selected, but we can't actually see them in the banning and selection phase. Okay, they are going into game, so okay, so
it does
yes,
appear that they didn't get Viego once again.
yeah, I would imagine this time it's a Viego ban, probably from probably from their side. So that is going to be the Mordekaiser top again. Warwick jungle. Warwick is a champion that we saw a little bit last year from Fake Red Wolf. Auction mid, which again, Auction's a new champion. Um, Misfortune, AD carry, and Thresh support.
Is
So
that who that is? I have never seen him.
Auction, yeah, he is very new. So he came out this summer. He is kind of like an AD carry. He has guns that he deals damage with. He has a grapple hook that he can use to swing around. And
Is
then
he able to like latch down?
he latches it onto terrain. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, we are seeing again Lego Master on Kane. Soul AD carry is going to be on Vayne. We saw a lot of Vayne last clash. Eyes on Galio. We actually saw Viction on Galio last clash, but this will be flexed into the mid lane. It'll be a little bit different build. Kellan back on the Malphite from last match as well. And then Viction on the Pantheon, which we saw that Pantheon Vayne combination. I believe it was in our last match of Clash a month ago. Very, very potent combination. Uh, very dangerous early game, especially from a support. He can actually deal quite a bit of damage. We saw him getting a couple early eliminations. So see if that holds true. Um, he is into the Thresh Misfortune is a little bit tougher matchup than the one they had last time. So um, does looks like a lot of AD damage, attack damage from the opposing team. So we'll see if a Killan I think could be a beast this game. She's really really good into attack damage champions. So I think that Mordekaiser will be able to deal some damage to her, but probably about the only one. So if she gets strong, I think it's gonna be very very hard for blue team to win this match. And it does look like this is a game where we had red side every single match. So um, it's I think our first clash where we have always had red side. Um, a little bit of the idea, by the way, difference between blue side and red side, not just where you start on the map, but because blue has first pick, red tends to be more about counter picks, and so again, seeing kind of that Malphite counter picked into all the heavy AD damage makes a lot of sense. So should be going to the match in just a second, as soon as I remember how to do this. That's the wrong one. No, still the wrong one. Aha. Okay. So yeah, hopefully can see these in just a second. No, okay.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
So it is being. I wonder if this means we might have video pro. Oh, okay, there we
Oh,
go.
there we go.
All right. And I'm gonna right away get these guys in the right spots, cause. Okay, so does look like blue is.
30
Looks like they're
seconds
heading
until
for an invade.
minions spawn.
Kane does see them, so they are spotted. Uh, Now that they're spotted, it looks like they're just going to kind of back off and head to different lanes. Because of that invade, Kellan again able to get that ward down on the opposing blue buff. So Warwick probably looks like it's going to be starting this red. Looks like he's going to get a leash from everybody else. But again, Plato going to have an awareness of what side um, they're starting on. Kane going to be starting his red as well on the top side, opposite side of the map. Kellan will help him with that. But I have music.
Music?
Yes, and I don't know why. Okay, sorry about that. So okay, so both teams taking their buffs right now. Auction and Galio kind of dueling a little bit in the mid lane. Galio, I will say, Galio does have a magic shield, but Auction not dealing that magic damage, so this is a little bit tougher matchup for Eyes. We'll see how it goes.
I don't see mid lane, but that might just be.
So Galio has very strong wave clear, which is why he's able to be played mid. He is a little bit more of a tanky mid laner than you normally see, and then he also has that ultimate that allows him to kind of show up in whatever lane he wants. That's one thing we didn't talk about. Okay, this Mordekaiser definitely playing a lot more aggressive. Knows that he wins these early game matchups into Malphite, and he's trying to take advantage of that. Oh, but yeah, both Viction and Eyes. Ooh, okay. I was gonna say if they land that hook, that would be dangerous. Viction and Eyes both have global ultimates that allow them to kind of show up wherever they want. Thresh is tanky, but taking a lot of damage here. Soul able to get that final thing off. He is gonna roll forward. Yeah, and Misfortune uses the flash and the heal to get out of there. So again, just kind of like we talked about last time, this early Vayne Pantheon. Thank you. I can't remember what that was. Vayne Pantheon. Very dangerous. Mid lane and top are having a little bit of a tougher time though. Oh, doesn't look like we have a battle over the scuttle.
Looks like red takes.
Yeah, Warwick did pick it up, but I think he's gonna die for it. Auction might die as well.
I think he's gonna get.
He does.
To get a CC.
Yeah, he say Auction does have that grapple if he needed it, but so again, Scuttle going over towards blue side, but that elimination, and that elimination actually went on to the Galio this time. So both Galio and Soul picking up early eliminations. Auction was low enough that he did have to back. Oh, yeah, Laura, I'm not sure what the music was, so that was very weird. I don't really have anything plugged into my computer that should have made music, so oh well. So, does look like blue side gonna try to play around this Mordekaiser. It's possible that he's definitely maybe their carry player. Think they would like to get Misfortune fed as well, but definitely hasn't happened yet. Although she has not, even though Soul is winning the CS and eliminations, Misfortune has not died yet. So Warwick looks like he's setting up on drag. Kayn is top side, so it looks like Plato is just going to give this first drag away. Warwick is a strong jungler. He can take these other drags. Oh, they do land on the hook onto Viction, but he just uses it as an opportunity to go in. Soul landing all of these hits onto Misfortune. She just has to back off because she does not want to die. Killan is low. Wave is really not in a good position where she can. It does look like she's going to try to back. Looks like Mordekaiser might put that push that in. Kayn is in the area. Don't know if yeah. Looks like he's no. I was gonna say, thought he might help. Oh, so Mordekaiser. Oh, so this is interesting. So Mordekaiser definitely wants to fight this. He should have.
He's trying to go after.
Yeah, he should have seen that Malphite had backed him. Although, okay, so Killan is starting to move around. Eyes is here now. Oh, yeah, taunt landed. I think at the very least, yeah, at the very least, Mordekaiser is going down. Kayn is just going to go out over the. Yeah. So Kayn got low, but he just shadow walked over the wall. Killan came in, helped pick up not just the assist, but even an elimination. Assist going over to Eyes. Oh, big stun.
Big
Just not enough damage there.
Misfortune.
Yeah. Again, this bot lane has to play very, very careful on blue side because the both Viction and Soul can deal a lot of damage. So kill and stabilize her lane. She's got a big wave pushed up. Mordekaiser though does have some pretty fast wave clear, so yeah, there's that damage we were talking about. Even on the Thresh, who's a very tanky champion, just takes so much damage from the combined of those two. So,
Like they
oh, he does land the hook, but not able to get really any damage off of that. Kayn is in the area, but Wave's not really in a good state. Yeah, I think Kayn's just gonna back out. I would imagine both. Yeah, both Soul and Viction gonna back soon. Frankie had that, or Killan had that wave in a very good state. Used that to get some extra poke damage onto this Mordekaiser. Now she's in a spot where she can duel a little bit. Wave is pushing into her. Both, well, Eyes is level 7, so he has his ultimate. Viction is close. It'll be interesting to see if we start seeing them use these ultimates to kind of roam around the map, get some of these other players fed. Honestly, Lego Master can really kind of just farm his camps. He really doesn't have to do a whole lot unless somebody's in trouble. Yeah, teams both just kind of really just deciding to farm it out right at this point. Oh, okay, so everybody is here, but so is I. So this is a 3-on-4.
Warwick goes down.
Okay, so Miss Fortune does get that big ultimate off.
Ooh,
She gets
that
that
does get
elimination.
gain.
Mordekaiser teleports in. It is a just a 1-for-1. It could have been a lot worse.
Definitely could have.
Warwick is the one who went down. Oh,
Oh, and there goes Panther.
so this is a 3-on-1 now in the bot lane. Yes, Soul is strong, but he is in trouble with all of them there. Looks like they're just going to try and push this wave. Okay, they've got vision on Lego Master. They're going to...
Oh, they're gonna try and dive.
Yeah, I think he gets out, though. He does have his Soul Walk if he needs it. Oh, Soul, not the best position.
They're just gonna back out.
Yeah. They did do that fairly healthily, so I think
I think they're doing that to back so they could.
Yeah. Yeah, Plato does just back off. They're going to let them have drag, stabilize their waves. Again, like just we talked about last game on the second drag, Kel-An getting a lot of push up there in that top lane, catching up a little bit in CS, also getting those plates on that top tower. Mordekaiser actually just used his teleport recently, so he can't teleport like last game. So Kel-An going to get some of these plates. Warwick is there, but Kel-An spots him. Oh, no, she doesn't. She's just going to go right into that.
I think she's gonna be able to get out of there.
Yeah. Yeah, she's tanky enough. Also, Kayn is right there. So they're just going to go ahead and back off. Oh, yep, they do try to fight this. Oh, Kel-An taking...
Sorry.
Yeah, Kel-An is taking a lot of damage.
There's the Galio teleport. Looks like they're gonna try and. Oh, then they got the kill on
Yeah.
the fight.
I'm actually not sure what happened there. The he like just froze there and didn't do anything. That was
Yeah.
They did burn that Galio ultimate. Again, one of these things about Auction is he does have that maneuverability, so he did roam up very quickly, just not able to get there in time. So while blue team is actually roaming to match all those things, they actually don't get anything except maybe a little bit of CS in the spot lane, where things are starting to stabilize a little bit. Soul, though, does have almost a 20 CS lead. So they definitely want this Mordekaiser to get strong because he's their primary source of AP damage. Although Warwick is building a little bit bruisery. But he is 0-2. He does have a little bit of a CS lead, but not as strong as you would like him. They do have the Misfortune as well. But yeah, most of the eliminations actually on this Mordekaiser and on the Warwick. So not a lot of AP damage for the opposing team. We'll see if this Kayn, yeah, it looks like Kayn already prioritizing the plated steel caps to build armor. Galio also building plated steel caps. Unless Mordekaiser gets strong, Plato really not fearing this. Looks like they're trying to go in on the Thresh. Thresh does miss the hook. Misfortune doing a lot of damage. Galio here lands the taunt. Oh, but yep.
They both just get out there.
Yeah. Galio has both the teleport and the ultimate. Oh, while this is going on, Warwick and Lego Master dueling. Pantheon teleporting in. Oh, that was actually Galio teleporting.
Saved. Oh, look, and it looks like they're gonna get the kill off Thresh.
Yeah, they've got Thresh. Yep. Misfortune just gonna back out. It is a little early for Dragon though, so Plato can't really do a whole lot off that. Does look like Kayn has his form. There's a blue icon there, so I think he's Blue Kayn, but I'm not entirely positive. Kayn there, again, just like we saw last game. Kayn now farming the opposing jungle, denying those camps to Warwick. I would say kind of like what we expected. This game is a little bit closer. Blue does have the 2 dragons. Plato has the eliminations, but it's only a 3k gold lead at this point. So if
Because I feel like they've been keeping up a lot of CS.
yeah, and that is true. They've got some lanes where the CS is got a lead or is close. They got a CS lead in top lane and a small one in mid lane. Interesting thing will be to see, like, Vayne is not a long-range champion, but will Plato be able to protect him in their team fights? Because he is strong and will definitely be able to carry these if they can protect him. And they do have the Pantheon ult and the Galio. Oh, as we say that, Thresh there, trying to duel him one-on-one.
It doesn't seem like it's going well in his favor.
Not sure what the idea behind that was. Again, Vayne is one of the best. I think Misfortune actually dies now off of that. So there's that first kill on the Misfortune.
I think he was trying to pull him so the Misfortune could do damage, but she wasn't there.
Yeah, and that's exactly right. Kayn or Thresh got the hook, but he had no damage, and he's sticking around. He is aware now that Pantheon is there. But
it looks like they dropped Rift Herald on top.
Yes, yep. They did manage to get top tower, and
they got the drag.
No, we got drag.
Yeah, I mean we got.
Yes, yeah, but they did get both top. No, they did. Yeah, they do have both top towers. So the tier 1 and the tier 2 and top. Oh, Soul in trouble there.
When Misfortune burns her ult on them.
I think Auction in trouble. He uses his grapple to get away, but Eyes was able to taunt him out of it. So they do get the kill onto Soul, and that was a shutdown, but traded back the kill onto Auction and also onto Thresh again. Oh, Plato.
Looks like they're going on the
Plato's
Warwick
definitely
and
hunting here. Okay, so Mordekaiser is in the Death Realm with Kayn, it looks like. Okay, does get the kill onto Kayn. I think he's... Oh, Warwick is back in here, so... Kellan actually has to back out. A lot of summoner spells burnt.
they get the kill off.
Yeah, actually, oh wow. Viction gets his E up just in time. I think, yeah, they are going to get
Oh
Misfortune.
yeah, they do get stunned. Really lock that in.
So really well fought by Blue up on the top side, trading 2 kills for nothing. I don't think they got Rift Herald off of that. It's actually not there, so maybe they did get Rift Herald. So. Yeah. So, by the way, you're watching them. They're just ignoring this Thresh because they actually want to take out the turret. Now that they've taken out the turret, they can kill Thresh a lot easier.
They're gonna Malphite coming in, so they should back out.
But Auction's on the way in also. So.
But he takes, and it looks like. The Warwick coming in.
So. Two fights well played by Blue side, not quite back to back, but giving them a chance to get back in. So again, Mordekaiser uses his teleport, so Malphite not able to get a ton off of that like they would have liked. So definitely 2 shutdowns headed over towards Blue side. Definitely helps them to catch back up. Now just barely a 1k gold lead. Now, I would say most of that is on the Mordekaiser and the Warwick now because of those turret plates that they got up top. Again, Plato has the damage, although Auction dealing some damage as well. Okay, there's the Rift Herald.
Looks like they're going to be
Yeah,
fight over.
Several ultimates coming in. They do not get Rift Herald off. It's now been replaced by Baron Nashor. And kills going over Plato's way. Came close to getting Viction, but not able to do it. So 3 kills over to Plato. Meanwhile, Soul just sitting bot lane, holding off the Misfortune and the Thresh from his turret. He is going to have to back off now.
They can.
Yeah, uh, that's okay. So Vayne knew that he wasn't able to defend that, so he backs off rather than giving up a death for it.
I think they.
Yeah, there's mid tower for Plato, so that's 2 towers for Plato. Oh, yeah. Kayn trying to go in. Soul. Oh yeah, Soul is here as well. Oh, Misfortune does use the ultimate, but it is just too late. Really, no damage off that. Meanwhile, Viction here to help Kellan. They are not going to try to fight this Mordekaiser. But do almost take that top turret down. Dragon is spawning. Warwick and Auction are in the area, but Misfortune and Thresh are still spawning. Galio is there. Mordekaiser, I don't think he does not have teleport back up. So I
think he used the last.
Yeah. So I think Blue is just gonna back off and give this over. So that is 2 dragons for Plato, 2 dragons for Blue. Now it is the Ocean and the Cloud versus the 2 Infernal. Mordekaiser just caught out there, not able to get back in time, and all of Plato, or almost all of Plato, is there. Mordekaiser, or Malphite matching the Auction. She does just miss the ultimate, but we talked about it earlier. She is great into armor or AD champions, so you can see, even though she's a tank, she is dueling. Eyes is here. They are going to dive and get this elimination. It's not often that you can see a tank dueling against a damage dealer and win, but Malphite into attack damage champions is one of those things.
Looks like they're going to Baron.
Oh, well, they're just clearing vision.
Oh, well, I just saw them all creeping up by it.
Yep. Oh, they are going to do... Okay, yep. So Warwick is down on the bottom. I think Plato is aware of that, so they know that he can't come up.
Looks like Thresh and Fortune are coming.
Yeah. They're going to be too late. They can't do anything without this Warwick here. They can threaten, but they would have gotten killed, so they just back off. So yeah, that is Baron going over towards Plato. Plato clearing out that vision there while they get Baron. That gold lead now up to 7K. So over those last couple of fights that Plato has won, really got that increased again. See if they can do anything with this Baron Nashor buff. Baron Nashor is a buff that you get faster recalls, which is minor, but minions that are near you deal more damage and have increased range, and so it's easier to push your waves.
Do they get more HP? Or
they do get more HP as well. They're just stronger in general. You can kind of see that purple thing around them. Does look like Cool Whip is trying to contest this. It is 5 on 3, 5 on 4 now. Galio is split pushing up top. Kayn was looking for that Misfortune, but she's gonna back out.
It looks like he's still looking to go in, but he's seeing it other people.
Yeah. Galio is gonna try to rotate onto this Warwick. Warwick does have some life steal, although Galio does have the Thorn Mail. Oh, Kayn finally found the misfortune. She does drop E. She burns Flash, but Kayn just right on top of her.
They're misfortune.
Yeah. Things definitely starting to turn Plato's way now. Again, Eyes just trying to do all this. Oh, good use of the fear. He does have, again, those empowered minions. So, Viction does go down to the turret. They're still trying to fight under this. I think they've got the damage. Auction comes back in, but he's just going to go right back out right away. Oh, Warwick actually did win that fight up top.
Yeah, he did. It was close though.
You can hear DJ in the background, by the way. That's who you could hear in my microphone. We try to tell the kids to be. We don't want them to be quiet. They need to be communicating, but not too loud. But sometimes they get very excited. Looks like Plato's setting up for drag, which will be in 40 seconds. For some reason, we really need to watch Soul buy items.
It's very important.
Yeah, I mean, the camera's stuck on him for a very long time, and I'm like...
Most important.
Yeah. Plato clearing vision.
Looks like they're Dragons that's coming up here soon.
Yeah. It is everybody alive on both sides. So this will be third dragon and soul point.
So I thought it was soul.
No, fourth dragon is soul.
Oh, fourth.
Yep. So both teams don't want to give up that soul point though, because then it makes the next dragon fight just so vital. So both teams here trying to contest this. Plato is here first. It looks like they're actually just going to try to burn it down. Okay, so no, they are backing off now. Oh, big. That is a... Yeah.
Oh, and it gets the kill off.
So Galio coming in with a shield. I do think it might be a little... Oh, holy cow.
Oh,
Never mind. I was going to say too late.
Big damage.
Kayn now on that back line. Kayn with a quadra kill. Yeah.
That was big.
So that was a lot of damage from that Misfortune ult, and it did take down Kel-An and Viction. No, it didn't take down Viction.
No, it didn't.
Okay, so just Kel-An. That's the target you... again, Kel-An is playing a very unselfish, supportive playstyle. So if we... Okay, so other team actually trying to surrender. So... that failed.
I don't think they're.
Yeah.
You could hear them still playing.
Yes. So again, losing Kel-An, never want to lose anybody, but if we're going to lose one, it needs to either be Viction or Kel-An. They're supportive for everybody else. They deal the least amount of damage. They're there to soak up that damage, and that's exactly what Kel-An did in that fight. She soaked up on that damage. Thresh going for a hook. He does have his team there. Warwick diving in. Eyes in trouble. He did just use ultimate. Oh wow! So good use of that blast. Okay, so Malphite coming in. There's that ult. Lots of knockup. Now here comes the Pantheon ultimate later on top of it. Soul is low. Kel-An goes down. Yeah, Kel-An goes down again. Misfortune damage coming through, but just not enough. Very, very vital. Soul made it out in that fight. Very low health, but he did not die. So no shutdown going down towards the opposing team. Do want to go back. Kudos to blue team. Eyes was going to get out there. He hits the blast cone. It is so hard to land that CC in that microsecond there. But they do land it, interrupt the blast cone effect, and are able to get that elimination.
They get tower. They're going to be able to connect.
Yeah.
Or not.
Inhibitor. Yep.
I believe that spawns stronger minions.
Yes, good point. Yeah, whenever an inhibitor goes down in a lane, it spawns what are called super minions, And so when you take down that inhibitor, it makes it easier to break down that nexus. So blue team right now kind of just clearing these minions. Red rotating around towards top side. Looks like they're going to try and pressure that. Actually, it looks like they're just stealing camps. Warwick, though, going to run into everybody. Okay, so he does get out. Auction ultimate comes through, but just not a lot of damage there onto the Pantheon. Plato's... Okay, no, they're not going to try Baron. They're just clearing vision. Again, we've seen both games how important vision is. Lego Master gets hooked. He has a lot of lifesteal, though, so he's just going to heal that back up. Again, another hook comes through. But Plato actually is loving these hooks. It just gets them closer. Exactly like you see right there. Thresh hooks them in. They land the CC, and now the fight is over. That is... I think it says triple kill, but that's an ace. Yeah, okay. Triple kill for Soul, double kill, and... that is a surrender. So looks like I think Plato was going to end the game either way. So, I don't know that it's the story that we exactly wanted at the beginning of the night. We're hoping one of these days we're going to win our game one. But just like normal, lose the first game, go down to that lower bracket, and just absolutely run the gamut. 2 very solid wins in a row. Okay, by the way, Laura, I just saw that. I will let them know that you really enjoy hearing them. So thanks so much for watching. Again, not sure when our next clash will be. It just kind of depends on when we're able to get everybody all together. Oh. Yes. 1 second, I'm sorry.
Yep.
So while Brandon's heading out, by the way, thank you, Brandon, again for joining me on the stream. So again, like one of the things that we want, not just for our players to play, but we want them to learn how to do all of those types of things. So we're going to interview. Okay. I was suddenly afraid that I wasn't unmuted. So we're going to interview Lego Master tonight. So Lego Master, the second set of competitive games on Jungle. How are you feeling just comfort wise on the jungle position?
You could tell, I think, of times that I was still a bit uncomfortable. It's still, I have probably about like 150 hours on support, and maybe like 20 hours on jungle. So I've got a lot less time here. So I'm feeling a bit less. I'm still in. We'll have tripping over my words. Sorry, I'm very excited. I'm tripping over my words, but yeah. So support is definitely still my preferred role in terms of comfort, but in terms of just like fun, I'm definitely having a lot more fun.
So, how is jungle different from playing support?
So honestly, what it is how I am DJ. Most of this here is actually just like a lot of. I'm able to carry a lot more. I'm able to last a lot longer in fights, deal a lot more damage, just because I'm not the support anymore, so I don't have to worry about like protecting some. Well, I still try and protect people, but for the most part, I'm focusing on trying to pick the targets, go on the target, eliminate them. A lot of times, I was picking MF during that game, stuff like that. It's a lot more gold in my pockets, I would say, on what it is.
So both this clash and last clash, kind of popped off in the latter 2 games. So we knew Eyes was going to be a super strong player, playing more supportive this year, but still core to the team. We've got Soul popping off. How does it feel now having kind of 3 people who can deal a lot of damage and kind of help carry these games? Not that you're more important, but just
Oh, I'm more important. I'm kidding.
Having an extra win condition, how does that change how you approach the strategy of the game?
Mostly what it is honestly it frees up a lot of our options. Obviously, you have to play a bit more on who actually gets the gold and who we're deciding this game is going to be the win condition. But usually, even when we split the gold evenly between the 3 of us, it feels really good because then they not only have to kill 2 of us, 3. And so it honestly just frees up a lot of our resources. I feel like I'm pretty good at the. I'm still getting used to it, but I'm getting a lot better at the carry playstyle right now.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
But by the way, just so everybody knows, he was actually joking about the being more important thing. So
I actually was, yes.
yeah. So that's his sense of humor. So thank you again for joining us tonight. Again, we're not sure when the next clash will be, but we will try to let everybody know in advance. And again, look forward to seeing some Overwatch games in the future, and hopefully some League of Legends invitationals. Thanks again for watching tonight. We'll see you guys later.